Hello guys, welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. If you just join us for the first time, I beg subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Please share this video, make it go viral. This one another Ogbonge update concerning the Senate President Godwin Akpabio and Natasha. So I tell you, I say this matter will drag Akpabio put for grant. Una go here waiting. Hilda Dokubo don't talk concerning this matter and waiting they happen. Nigerians, this is going to be the end of what did they call him again? The Senate President. The way this matter they go. I bet make I just leave una make I watch this video. Make we watch this video, I will be right back.
There are different ways that you can gag somebody. You see this in Natasha's case. They have used style, the usual Nigerian style of using the judiciary to gag anyone who dares to speak up. But you see, it is not gagging her that is important to people like us. It is getting the facts and justice for her. That's what's important. So please, anybody, everybody, Pikunu, I beg all of you, help me call Oga Mahmood. Yes, INEC was. Call him. I have a few questions for him. Oga, we thank you very much for saying whatever it was they brought in front of you to recall Natasha did not meet, blah, 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 207 people alone instead of... Oga, please, I am begging you. How did you get those 207,000? Where did you get them from? How did you verify it? Please, I want to know. Because what I saw on social media, and I know you use social media because the information I'm bringing here was put out by INEC on social media. Did you not see those people who were trying to defraud the system? Those people who were forging signatures. If you didn't see them, okay, let me put it on this video so that you will see them. So these people who forged signatures, we don't know how many. We hear some of them use thumbprints. Is it 5 thumbprints for 5 people? 5 different fingers for 5 people? Or is it thumbprints? Each person 1 thumb? We would like to know, because people like me, we want to call for forensic. We want them to do forensic so that we will know where you got your numbers from. Honestly, let me tell you something. As a sister, a friend, and a Nigerian, a woman very concerned about how women are treated in politics. Let me tell you something. Since the election, this last election, you haven't had one good name. Don't let anybody fool you. All of us, everybody, they have called you all sorts of names. Did song, did challenge on your head. Oga, this is your one opportunity to reclaim your integrity, if you have any. To reclaim your value, if you have any. To leave something for your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren who will come after you are gone, Oga. You need to give them something to you hold on to. I'm watching your body language. It's looking like some people are intimidating you. Some people are threatening you. Some people are telling you this one, telling you that one, to do what your spirit, the Holy Spirit inside of you is refusing. Oga, refuse it. Battle this temptation with everything you have inside of you and give justice. Because if you allow this injustice to happen, I don't know how many they would have attached to the old one we all had. At one time in this country, if you remember, all of us, all our eyes were on you. From you to judiciary. Oga Mahmood, please, don't let us sing another song. You see this Natasha's case. Remove your hand or do the right thing. Do the right thing and the right thing. See, we all saw her people come down to, with all the inhibitions, all the threats, everything that was put before these people. They defied all and came out. Hey, that crowd, Oga, where did these people say they found these strange people that they are coming with? We will call for forensic. Let the forensic not prove that somebody is defrauding. You know, every 4 years, corruption is thrown at us. We don't even know the meaning anymore. Please, let this not add to the electoral corruption. Stay away from it. Tell whoever is trying to drag you into this nonsense that, no, you have had enough. You were here, you were put in this office to defend and protect Nigeria. Oga, please defend and protect Nigeria. Importantly, protect this woman who has come all this way in politics. How many will be? In that National Assembly, how many are there? 4. 4, got 4. People want to remove one. No. Don't let devil walk. Oh. Don't. This is all I have come to say, because putting court order on her, court saying she should not talk again, this, that. I thank God they did this, all of us should not talk, because me, I will talk. Please, sir, I plead with you to ensure that this manipulation does not take place. That's the only way that you will gain for yourself the integrity, value, and honor that you deserve. Thank you.
When did the news of Natasha start spreading on media? If you can remember, March. This is April. It started what? March. Last year, March, on the 17th, I prophesied about what is happening in this year's March. Even before that, one also came many years back. Hear me, this is 17th of March. Mark it. I don't say what I don't hear. 17th of March. I heard again. I saw a woman. It's another prophetic revelation I saw. A woman will soon rise to make a name for herself in the politics. She will be a voice to the voiceless. I saw a woman rising in Nigeria. That will be a voice. I saw a woman rising in Nigeria. That will be a voice. A woman will soon rise to make a name for herself in the politics. If you have not heard about Natasha, you are not a Nigerian. Yes, sir. The news, any news agency that have not said one thing about Natasha today have not carried news. They said don't come. All of a sudden, a helicopter dropped her. Power. And she said, I break no law. You said there should be no rat on the way, so I passed through the air. Nigerians don't know what is coming. Nigerians don't know what is coming. If you know what is coming, the people that are coming are the ones that will rise out of the battles you are giving them. Hear me and hear me well. I don't encourage anything that will destabilize the peace of the nation. At all. I am the mouthpiece of God. Mine is to deliver message. If you like, run with it or pray with it. If you don't like, leave it. I can tell you very well that something is about to happen. Number one, God showed me of a youth from Nigeria that will make wave globally. Today, 6th of April 2025. There is a youth that will rise, that will become a trend in this nation. It will look as if without this youth, nothing will happen. I can tell you now, I am seeing a youth rising. All of a sudden, all hands were on deck to lift this youth to a point of limelight. Politically, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. I see what? A youth. Pastor when? Pastor who? You can pray that it should be you. Am I talking to somebody now? Yes, sir. I see a voice, and this voice is the voice of a young person. Rising. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, sir. I saw a coronated monarch from the northern part. I've said it before, and I'm seeing it again. It's not far from now. He's about to kick the bucket. And when he kicks the bucket, there will be a serious battle in that kingdom for who to take over. And that kingdom may be like that for a while without a king. Exactly the northern parts. When prophecies come like this, I don't call names at all. I can't call the name. I'm wiser than the devil. Yes, sir. But I know the person I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Is somebody hearing me now? I hear you, sir. Hear me and hear me well. I hear you, my father. God showed me in a screen and I watched Natasha as one of the female faces you will see in the next presidential election. Glory. I don't know if I'm not a partisan person. Church, don't clap. This is not a church. This is not a political party gathering. Don't clap. Mine is to release message. Yes, sir. Am I talking to somebody now? I see her as one of the bold faces that will say, I can lead this nation. But I didn't say that she's the next president. But I saw her coming out. And whatever is playing now is playing to the promotion of her name. Yes, sir. People may be seeing it as a fight. Let me tell you something. Sometimes God lifts men through battles. Yes, sir. It's not only on the prayer altar God lifts you. At all. We ask God to expand our church. He sent the government to break the church, break it down and build fly over there. That's how the church expanded. Yes, sir. God answers prayers with more battles. Yes, sir. Sometimes. Yes, sir. This battle she's facing, or this thing that is happening, could be the next thing that will announce her as the next woman voice. Yes, sir. You can see different names they are tagging to her. Natasha this, Natasha that, Natasha woman king Nigeria. All these things may look like fun, but they don't know that the brand is about to build. To rise. Watch out 2027. We know that somebody spoke. Did I just read the prophecy that was read 4 years ago? Yes, sir. Mark this down. 6th of April 2025. I saw scarcity of petroleum products. I saw cars in queues again. This is what I'm saying. So government, you may say, what is he saying? Does he know we have tankers everywhere? We have, it will not happen. I can tell you what I saw. Cars lined out. What is the solution? I don't know what is the solution. I'm not a refinery person. But I can tell you, petroleum product is about to become scarce because of one thing or the other. So please, if you're in the place of authority, sit up and make sure that it does not happen. Prophecies help you to know what is about to happen.
Yes.
You know the one you will permit and the one you will disallow through prayers. Is somebody hearing me now?
Yes.
Our beloved FCT minister. I love Wike so much. You say, Pastor, why? I don't hate anybody. I love the governor,
Yes, sir.
and I love the minister. The same way I love you, and the same way you love me. I am not partisan.
At all.
We are all humans. If God is to judge anyone, let God judge, not me. Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
But I have a message for him. I see him in his office. Did you remember the day I said I saw Fobara in his office like this?
Yes,
See,
sir.
God, if you can do it again. I saw Wike in that position as she was saying, after all I did for this man, God says I should tell him to protect his heart, protect his cycle, and also protect himself. I leave it that way. Because all of a sudden, someone who was doing something and you are thinking you should be praised by this, all of a sudden that person now disappoints you. It has happened now. He said the governor disappointed him. All the plans, he said people according to his word, let me quote him, he said everyone came together to put the governor there. And he said it's according to his word. Me, I don't know what happened.
Yes, sir.
Our own is we ask for peace.
Yes.
Am I talking to somebody now?
Yes, sir.
Said he disappointed him. Now I am seeing him again, not less than 1.5 years from now, looking and say, so this people, I did this for even you, and you people also disappointed. Let him not bank on any man. Let him not bank on people. Fight the fight that God will support you to fight. If not, those you think you are fighting for may give you the biggest shocker of your life. As I can tell you now, many in his cycle will sabotage him one day. Let me come out openly and tell you, many will sabotage him. So people in their mind will say, let them sabotage him, let him die, let him do. We don't do that. We are church. Am I talking to somebody now?
Yes, sir.
Let God be the judge.
Sure.
Let me tell you something. If God said Buhari would not die, did Buhari die after he sit on his dead? No.
No.
Buhari is still stronger than many of us today. He's younger and fresher. But I can tell you, many religious centers that prayed against this man to die. The way God does things is not the way we think.
Yes, sir.
It's not the way we think. Governor of Rivers State. You know, some people are praying against Governor of Rivers State, and others are praying against Wike. You are not a Christian. You are not a Muslim. Don't do those things. Leave it for God.
Yes, sir.
After you comment everything you want to comment on this post, Pastor, you fear, Pastor, you're partisan. I will tell you, I am not partisan. Leave it.
For God.
Life is important. It is better for God to pick somebody and deal with him than you involve yourself.
Yes, sir.
Am I talking to somebody?
Yes, sir.
God is not blind.
At all.
He's not dumb.
At all.
He's not deaf.
Mm.
He knows who is wrong. He knows who is right. But I can tell you, I saw him like they say, so after all I was doing, thinking I was doing it for you people, I was disappointed like this. May God show mercy.
Amen.
And may God help him in the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Number 5. I see another refinery about to spring up in Nigeria, and it will not be owned by a Nigerian. Nigerians, wake up and recover your own refineries before this country will be sold off. People will come into big refineries and they will permit them, but many years it will still look like we are importing fuel from them in the country. I'm not talking about Dangote. More refineries are coming. Watch out, but not owned by Nigerians. I'm seeing what is about to happen. I'm reading into many years ahead. So let the government sit up and do what is the needful. God passed a message for me to tell the governor of Rivers State. He says, tell Governor Fubara that his comeback is certain. But it is dependent on the steps he takes now. Not steps to fight though, but the steps to reach the right persons, to do the right thing. He is not a fighter, I know, but he must learn to speak out or to reach out to those who can amplify his good intentions. Silence has never helped anyone, and silence cannot help him. No. If I come to them and say, you do this thing, and if you don't grant media chats to clear the air, silence means you did it. And if whichever way it is, if you are saying I didn't do it, if the velocity of the news that came that you did it was high, also promote your own response to be high. Have you not heard several things they say, he did this one did this one did that, and we are not hearing any response? If there is a response, it's not touchdown, nobody's hearing it. God, I should tell him, his comeback is certain, but it is dependent on the step he takes now. God can tell you, I've given you this altar, but okay, if you know waka come stand for the altar no go waka come with you. Am I talking to somebody now?
Yes, sir.
Leadership of the House and honorable members. First, I'd like to dedicate this moment to the good people of Nigeria, the people of Kogi State who led the land, and in particular the people of Ibira. What I also would like to put a dedication to is the people of Russia and the Soviet Union. I'm just standing here and wondering why, with all the clamor and appreciation for the magnificent structure that stands there, not one person actually appreciated the brains behind, who dreamt this big dream for Nigeria. I stand here today as a direct product of the relationship between the two countries. Mr. Speaker, it's an honor to meet you. I've heard so much about you, and I and other Nigerians, they are greatly inspired by you. And thank you so much in this honorable house for taking time to visit the moribund steel plant. And I'm greatly honored that you were inspired and moved by the vision which has laid idle. And if you permit me, I will make this as brief as possible, but if I skip a little bit beyond the 15-20 minutes I'm granted, please, we've waited 40 years, and I believe truth is very essential to moving forward. So I have in my hands here the Nigerian Constitution, and I read chapter 2, section 16, which says, the state shall, within the context of the ideals and objectives for which provisions are made in this Constitution, A, harness the resources of the nation and promote national prosperity and an efficient and dynamic and self-reliant economy. I also go to C, which states, without prejudice to its rights to operate and participate in areas of the economy other than the major sectors of the economy, manage and operate the major sectors of the economy. That means Nigeria, the government, is saddled with the responsibility to manage major sectors such as the steel industry. I'll go to C, 2C, which states that the economic system is not operated in such a manner. That means the government is going to ensure that the economic system is not operated in such a manner as to permit the concentration of wealth or the means of production and exchange in the hands of few individuals or a group of people. 3, a body shall be set up by the act of the National Assembly, which shall have power to review from time to time the ownership and control of business enterprises operating in Nigeria and make recommendations to the President on the same. That means what is going on here, the debate that we hold so preciously, is actually in line and in tune with the functions of this honorable house. So the people of Nigeria are greatly appreciative of this. And we hope that at the end of today, no matter how brutal the truth that we may be faced with, we do not just let this day pass by like another day and another session that has held in the past. We, myself and the marginalized Nigerians, are actually holding you all in trust. And today also, the over 3,000 Nigerians that were trained in Russia, many of them died. Many people like myself, mixed race blood, who were left motherless and fatherless. I honor and I dedicate this day to them. So, the previous speakers have taken time to speak magnanimously about the functions of Ajaokuta Steel is more than a steel plant. But what I would say today, especially with reference to the very last speaker, Barrister, any private sector, any private player, whoever feels he has the capacity, the financial capability, and technicalities to operate a steel plant is very free to do so. Sir, you said you would need $100 million or $300 million. We have enough land in Nigeria, and we can give you one to start your steel plant. But Ajaokuta, as it stands today, is not of commercial concern. It's a political and economic play. As we all know, just 2 days ago, President Trump of America, said that he's going to do everything possible to revive the steel sector in America because of what it stands, because of what the people of America stand to gain with regards to job creation, even if it means increasing the tariffs for import steel. That is what Nigeria needs. It has nothing to do with sentiments of financial of money. And I'd like to say one more thing. Political will is one of the reasons why Ajaokuta is laying moribund. And all the money in the world and all the technical expertise, even if every Nigerian today here becomes a steel expert, a metallurgist at that, if you do not have the political will and the decision from your heart, a patriotic movement, and leaders in place that will have this idea and share same vision, Ajaokuta will not move. So, permit me, Mr. Speaker, I'm going to put before the nation a few of such conspiracies with respect to the few individuals we would mention. I would not in any way or manner speak of anything that I do not have proof for. I'm very much aware of the risk that this befalls me. In 1994, when the Russians left, it was definitely the Soviet Union, I would call the company in particular Ajaokuta Export. When they left in 1994, Ajaokuta was 98.2% completed. I have that in the letter they wrote 2 years ago to the President. Mr. Speaker, I would gladly share the letter with you at your call. And when they left, it was likely because Nigeria fell short on its contractual agreement. They were not putting forth funds. And the supporting infrastructure that would be needed to bring to place all the other resources were not in place. But that aside, Nigeria should know that we have several times had good opportunities to have the steel sector running. The very first was in 2001 under President Olusegun Obasanjo. 2 years ago when I visited Russia, I visited the People's University in Moscow. And right there in the hall, there's a big picture of President Olusegun Obasanjo. And I asked, why is his picture here amongst other leaders of the world? And they said, he visited this university in 2001 when he visited Putin. And then I got curious. Why did he visit President Putin? And then I got to know that on March 7th, 2001, there was actually a bilateral agreement entered into between Nigeria and Russia in furtherance to the transfer of high technology. And Ajaokuta Steel was actually one of the issues. Based on that bilateral agreement and others, 40 steel experts were sent by the same company, the original builders, Sierra Experts. And they worked here alongside with Nigerian experts to develop the technical and financial reports, which was supposed to be used to formalize the revival and modernization of Ajaokuta Steel Plant. But after that, surprisingly, the Nigerian side went quiet. In 2003, President Putin wrote a letter to President Obasanjo. Mr. Speaker, it's a short letter. Do you mind if I read that? It reads, Dear Mr. President, as we mentioned to you during our meetings in Moscow in March 2001, Trade and economic cooperation between the Russian Federation and the Federal Republic of Nigeria has significant potential, good prospects for further development and deepening of relations. One of the important directions of cooperation between our countries in this sphere in the completion of construction and commissioning of metallurgical plant in Ajaokuta town. The realization of this plant will contribute to the solution of a number of economic and social challenges faced by Nigeria in a strategic nature, setting an example of partnership in the field of industry and high technologies to lay the foundation for new joint plants in the energy sector, telecommunications, and petroleum refinery. He went further to say, the Russian side has completed the preparation of technical proposals for the company in Ajaokuta and worked through issues of financial provision. We hope the state enterprise, Diageo Export, and its partner in Nigeria, which is the ministry, will soon be able to successfully conclude negotiations on this large-scale project and to begin its realization. Using this opportunity, Mr. President, I would like to confirm our mindset to a comprehensive strengthening of Nigerian-Russian relations. Yours faithfully, Vladimir Putin. I would like to say that at this point, the technical reports were already submitted to the Nigerian side. There's the ministry. And Russia had gone ahead to secure the monies that would be used to complete the plant from BNP Paribas. 2 months after, President Olusegun Obasanjo responded. In his response, the only place where he mentioned Ajaokuta, I'll read those. First of all, allow me to thank you for your kind message. Ajaokuta really occupies an important place in our agenda, and I appreciate the fact that you also find this project a priority in our bilateral relations. I will not bore you with the rest of the content, but it has to do with supply of military equipment and stuff. That was the response our president gave in response to the letter from Putin. And the very next month after this letter, Ajaokuta Steel and Niomco, which is the iron ore company in Itape, were given to a company called Solgas. Solgas Energy at that time was not qualified and had, well, permit me, I'm not supposed to give my own opinions. Solgas Energy was given the concession of Ajaokuta and Itape. And if this honorable house recalls, probably from your archives, there was a session called a few months after, because the house was worried that no activities was taking place in Itape and Ajaokuta. And the conclusion there to Solgas was they should go to Russia and partner with the original builders as technical experts. But they went to India and brought in Iceblood, which is known today as Global Infrastructure Nigeria Limited. So in truth, the Indian company that we so know today was brought in as technical partners to Solgas. So from then on, I will not bore you again, but the facts are all there. Nigeria entered due to, probably should I say the mistake that President Olusegun Obasanjo got when conducted, where for some reason he found Solgas more qualified than the people who actually built that place. That is one part. The second part of it, I will say here, because if the minister were to be here, he would have talked about the arbitration in England, in the courts. So I would briefly brush through that. On the 2nd of April 2008, at the Federal Executive Council, the Federal Executive Council met and late Yar'Adua terminated the concession. I quote late Yar'Adua: after considering the report of the administrative panel of inquiry established by the Yar'Adua administration to review the concession agreements and determine the extent of compliance by both parties, the council agreed with its findings that the agreements were largely skewed in favor of the concessionaire to the detriment of the federal government of Nigeria. I have the report here. This is the Inua Magaji report, duly certified by the Ministry of Solid Minerals. It contains documents, facts, and figures, and even pictorial evidences of the vandalization that took place. I am surprised why Nigeria did not present this before the courts in England and rather said we have no proof. How can we have no proof? Why did the Solid Mineral, the minister, Honorable Kayode Fayemi, reconcession Itakpe back to the same people that vandalized it? Because there was no proof. This is the proof. In my hands, I also have the rules of... In my hands, I also have the rules of the International Chamber of Commerce. The arbitration court had its first session, and this is the rules. From this report, when I read back, I read from page to page. It is signed here duly by the ex-Attorney General of the Federation, Mohammed Bello Adoke. I could tell here that Nigeria was clearly winning the case. If you read these rules, Mr. Speaker, I will submit this to kindly to you. You will tell them there was no reason for Nigeria to settle for go for out-of-court settlement. If we had proceeded this diligently, we would have had Ajaokuta and Itakpe back in our hands. Well, it says in our hands technically, but for some clauses. Because towards the end, you could clearly state, it states here in 9.2.3, claimants, who is the global infrastructure, because it took us to court, claimants have not demonstrated enough, claimants have not proved enough sufficient evidence that they will suffer irreparable harm. All the points here were claimants have not demonstrated, claimants have not demonstrated. So you may read this. Nigeria was clearly winning. But to our surprise, the Attorney General applied for an out-of-court settlement and President Jonathan granted. The out-of-court settlement brought about the reconcession agreement. And the terms of the reconcession agreement stated that Itakpe should be given back to Global Infrastructure Nigeria Limited because Nigeria owes Global Infrastructure Nigeria Limited $525 million. If you recall, the Minister, Honorable Kayode Fayemi, said several times that it was the court in London that actually told us to pay that amount, and Nigeria does not have $525 million. Therefore, the only option we have is to give Itakpe back to them to complete their 8 years, complete the 10 years, since they had done 3 years. Permit me, I would like to read from the letter, the memo the Attorney General Adoke wrote to President Jonathan on the 12th of December. It's duly signed by his signature, at each page attested. Item 6A. In light of the fact that a presidential committee had estimated damages, please, I'm going to go through this again because it's very important. Item 6A reads, in light of the fact that a presidential committee had estimated damages payable to Global in the region of $525 million. The agreement of Global to waive its right to damage a substantial achievement. This shows you that there was a presidential committee that was cooked up, put together, people of like mind promoting a particular interest. And it was that committee that actually indicted Nigeria to the amount of $525 million. It is not the courts in England, sir. It was a committee. And I do have a list of the members of the committee, which I will share with you later. I would just say that it was headed by the Vice President, Sambo. That's it. But people from the Attorney General's office, people from representative from BPE, they were all present, sir. So going by this proof, it shows that our country is not bounded by such a decision of a committee. And I would like this honorable court to demand sorry, forgive me. Okay. I would appreciate this honorable house to demand for the report of that committee. It would be interesting to know the parameters in which they arrived at such a decision, knowing full well that there was also the Inwa Magadi report, which clearly itemized the damage and even the monies borrowed from CBN without being paid, and proved that there was no money that was brought into Nigeria. So we begin to imagine $525 million. So going by this, it will not be wrong to say that the agreement which was entered in the office of the Vice President Osibanjo on the 1st of August 2016 is null and void, because in law you cannot give what you don't have and you cannot take what is not yours. So by this, Nigeria does not owe global infrastructure $525 million, and so they have no right to spend a day in Niamco.
Alright guys, thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. Please, what's your take on this? Let's hear from you. Drop your comment below the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. Thank you. May God bless you all. Bye for now. See you next in my next video.